Council (OIC) has warned all Southeast presidential aspirants against accepting to be a running mate to a northerner in the forthcoming 2023 election. This followed reports on May 4th, 2022 about an alleged plot by former Anambra Governor Peter Obi to accept to be former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's running mate in the next election. However, the national president of OYC, Comrade Igboayaka, on Wednesday advised Obi to stand firm and remain resolute in pursuit of your presidential ambition. He described Obi's presidential ambition as a new political revolution that will hit Nigeria, expressing bitterness over the perceived awful developments, Igboayaka said. And any attempt to deny South-East presidency in 2023 will cause a revolution that will disintegrate Nigeria within 6 months. We therefore challenge any Southeast presidential aspirant that considered himself a man to dare come to Southeast as a running mate to be a northerner. Therefore, there is no doubt that injustice being chaos and anarchy and injustice against Southeast in the 2022 primary election is a call for anarchy. All the presidential aspirants in APC, All Progressives Congress and PDP, People's Democratic Party should collectively work for Southeast interests. We are watching the whole scenario. We are monitoring Governor Okeze Ikpeazu and Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. We are keeping our findings confidentially. Speaking further, he described having a Nigerian president of Southeast extraction in 2023 as inevitable, saying Nigerians should make choice to either accommodate Southeast in Nigeria or separation becomes inevitable. Oh my goodness. Peter Obi. Of course, anything can happen. You cannot even trust all these politicians. You can't trust them finish. And you can't know them. You can't know them all because they will say one thing, even if some of them still have a little integrity, but you cannot completely rule out that they will still have this, especially the Nigerian politics in their, behind them. Nobody's going to be doubting it because the rumor is so strong. And also, don't forget that Peter Obi attended Atiku's declaration when he declared to run as a president. He was there, just like Amosu was there when Fayemi declared his own too. So they all know what they are doing. But unfortunately, Nigerians are still there. Some of them, so Nigerians are divided. So along whatever, any way they feel that it's going to favor them, they have divided along that lines. So what do you have to say to that? They have divided themselves along that line. And more so. Peter Obi said he's not desperate to become president. Ha, okay. Sit down, dog. Sit down, look, now be dog name. Let's keep our fingers crossed. If indeed we want to be fair as humans, there is truth in position of Ohaneze. While with the way 1999 has structured Nigeria, there is need for zoning of presidency. Southeast agitates because so much power that should belong to them has been vested in the center. The center is being controlled by the majority. With that, we indirectly we have it written in that constitution that Southeast can't have access to that power forever since they are minority. What is implied in 1999 constitution would eventually kill Nigeria. There's no doubt about it. But what baffles me is that a lot of people don't see all these things as something. They just wave it off. And you have to be careful. Some people that you listen to, you have to be careful. Most of the time, they don't even know what they are saying. And you think that, okay, maybe if they got it right, if they say something right at a particular time, that does not mean everything they say is right. I've seen a lot of them that you think that, oh, they know what they are doing. But at the end of the day, most of the decisions they take, most of the things they talk, they come back to eat their words and say, oh, we didn't know. Please don't follow me. I'm just trying to stimulate you. Don't take my word for it. You have to be very, very careful. I see majority of them discarding most of these valid points. People have come out, people who are bold, people who are thorough, people who are deep thinkers. They said this 1999 constitution is a scam. But some people just forget it doesn't matter. Maybe because the fee is going to benefit them. But some people they are not just even looking it from that angle. They're just waving it off because of maybe they are too lazy to think, or they just feel that division of Nigeria is not it. But things are not working well. There's a camouflage with this 1999 constitution, and you just say, forget it does not matter. Governor Tambua has finally confessed. Listen, Buhari APC has created a phrase called consensus candidates in a democracy. The people can no longer choose their leaders, only party delegates, which does not represent the interests of the masses. Now, choose leaders, choose leader for the people. This is what the new electoral law has given you. The power to choose our leaders have been taken from us and handed over to a microscopic few who call themselves delegates, and everyone is quiet about it. Tomorrow again, you will ask yourself, what has happened to Nigeria? I pity you. Nigeria is going to perish or be completely destroyed if we do not restructure this country or break it up. A referendum is the best way out. They talk of no zoning and tribalism. Is Buhari himself not tribalistic? Do you want me to start listing the names of all service chiefs and heads of MDAs now? Well, I thought the election will not hold till Kanu is released unconditionally. What are we talking about? Somebody will be saying one thing. The issue on ground, say something on the issue on ground. They digress. All these northerners, they digress. Nari Adamu Ibi, yes, after 2023, when Buhari hands over to another man from the north, many Igbo politicians will start seeing Nnamdi Kanu as a wise man. In Asari Dokubo's voice, you think say you dey wise? Okay. You people will push this man to a political oblivion. Even as running mates with Atiku from the north, he couldn't even win. You now think a running solo now as a presidential candidate will thrust him to Ssur Rock. Bah, you people haven't learned the game enough. Are you people from the southwest? So you are learning the game enough. Is Tinubu learning the game enough? All of them. If you continue to be behind all these politicians supporting them, you are on your own because they don't have your interest at heart. Because you go with the whatever of the day. Is very, very unfortunate. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens at the end of the day.